Hello viewers, I'm Mario Bobino with Debonair Production Sports, and we're here with the very legendary Mr. Bo Jackson, and he's about to talk to kids in the inner city about the importance of education and life itself. But the question I would like to ask Bo is, when you was in the 8th grade, you happened to stumble upon a grass and weed in the hallway, and you made a decision once you found that just to throw it away because you have to make choices in your life because that wasn't what you was involved in. Let the kids know why you made that very important decision.
Well, I made the decision that I made because, number one, it was a right decision to make. Number two is that whoever lost that, it was meant for them to lose it. And I look at it as that God creates certain situations for certain people, and by me finding that and disposing of it, I could have went and took it and gave it to the principal or gave it to the teacher, but I decided to go in the boys' restroom, tear it up and flush it down the toilet, so I knew that it was gone. And I encourage kids, drugs isn't the way to go. Drugs can't get you nowhere except the bottom of the barrel. And you know, the bottom of the barrel never gets to where they need to be. And in this day and age, kids have to think before they take actions. There's a lot of peer pressure out there. There's a lot of pressure put upon kids to not only do the right thing, but hey, it's okay to be the odd kid out. It's okay to be the nerd. It's okay to be looked at as a scaredy cat that don't want to do the things that all the cool kids are doing. I was one of those guys that say, hey, no, I don't want to do that. For number one, I knew if I got in trouble, my mom would tear my butt up. And being a young man, I'm the 8th of 10 kids, the last thing on the planet that I wanted to do was disappoint my mother. And by it could be drugs, it could be anything. The last thing that I want to do is to disappoint the woman that sacrificed her life to give me the little things that we had, because I grew up dirt poor. I grew up no different than the inner city kids here in Oakland. And I say this, if Bo Jackson can do it, they can do it, period.
Now, my last question is, let my viewing audience, the kids, know how important Play 60 is to get out and stay active opposed to just playing them video games.
Listen, the only thing that you can become by sitting inside on the sofa playing video games, the only thing that you can become is unsuccessful. You can become lazy, you can become overweight, you can become a person that have health issues because you're sitting on that. Get out and do something. And it's like this, you know, when kids look at us as old people now. When we were young, we didn't have all these video games and so forth and so on, the things that kids have now. So in order for them to be successful, they got to get outside. They got to get outside and play. Breathe that fresh air. Go out and run. Play games with your friends, because that's the only way that you're going to keep in shape. That's the only way you're going to stay healthy. That's the only way that you're going to be successful.
And just let them know real quick, when you are out there, you know, doing exercise, it makes you think more clear, right?
It clears your mind. It heals the soul. It opens up your way of thinking to where you're able to go out and, hey, I can do anything I want to if I put my mind to it.
Mr. Legendary Bo Jackson, please, we thank you for that wisdom you shared upon these youngsters, and continued success. And you're a Class A man.
Thank you.
All right, I'm Mario Bobino, and we're about to get into the special program that Bo's going to talk to the Oakland school kids.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope.
The Niners.
Yep.
Raiders.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Are you guys excited to hear what Bo Jackson's speech is going to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, how excited are you guys about today's Raider game, and what do you guys think the outcome's going to be?
Yeah, I'm excited because I'm a Raiders fan, and the Raiders gonna win.
I'm excited because I'm a Raiders fan, and like it's gonna be the rivals game, and that's when we get to see like who's gonna win out of us and them.
I'm sorry, but I'm a Niners fan, and but I just came to support Colin Kaepernick.
Can't hate that.
I'm excited to be here. I just want to see both of the quarterbacks go at it.
Do you know the organization that got you guys to today's game? Tell us a little bit about that organization.
I think that our organization brought us here by the Raiders.
Raiders did.
Raiders.
All good. Well, they're here about to listen to Bo Jackson speak about life and the importance of staying in school. So we'll be back with Bo Jackson's speech.
I was an odd kid out in my group of buddies. Everybody was popular because they played football, baseball, ran track, and I couldn't do that. And I learned, well, I'm going to try to turn that D into a C. I'm going to try to turn those C's into B's. And I'm going to pray to God that I can turn that B into an A. And I'm telling you, I wasn't the smartest person on the planet. I wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. But one thing that I learned is that if I put forth the effort, anything's possible. Because if you work at it and succeed at it, it makes you a better person. You can't sit and wait on somebody to do something for you. Like right now, all of the kids, when you're hungry, what you do? Mom, I'm hungry, can you fix me a sandwich? If you need something for school, Mom, I need this for school. Mom and Dad gotta go buy it for you. And once you get to be an adult, guess what? You gotta do those things on your own. My mom told me that if you want to play football or any sports down at school, you better start hitting the books. And I didn't play football until I was in the 9th grade. She wouldn't let me play. She wouldn't let me do anything. But you know, I also realized this. Is that sports is just sports. It's okay to try to make sports your career, but you know something? That career's not going to last long. Because the older you get, your skills diminish. You gotta have something to fall back on. And do you know what that is? It's called an education. And if you don't get that education, guess what? Guess what? You getting an education, I always say this when I speak around the country, especially to kids. Your brain, your mind, is like a gas tank on your parents' car. What do you put in the gas tank of your car? Gas, right? All right. Your brain is a gas tank to your body. Do you know what you put in this gas tank? Knowledge. As long as you got knowledge up here, you'll never come out beside the road. You'll never run out of gas. Knowledge is something that no one can ever take away from you. People can take your money, people can take your house, your cars, but they can never take the knowledge that you put up here. And the only way you get that knowledge up there is you gotta put forth the effort in school. School isn't a place to go to have somebody to babysit you from 8:30 to 3:30. Because once you get to be an adult, guess what? You're gonna sit back and say, wow, I wish I could have asserted myself more when I was a kid. I wish I could have done this better. It's too late now. It's too late. I never thought in a million years that I would be in the place that I am right now. When I was a kid, I was afraid to answer a 1 to 2 word answer because I stuttered. I made it up in my mind when I left high school that, hey, I'm not going to let this speech impediment hinder me and the things that I want to do. And I worked at it. Now, 25 years later, I'm on the national speaking tour. I got big corporations that want to pay me a truckload of money to come and speak to their companies. I got people who want me to come. I'm speaking to you all. I would have never done that 25, 30 years ago. Because I was too afraid. And the point that I'm trying to make to you all is that if you put your mind to doing whatever you want to do, you can do it. Now kids, by show of hands, who in here is aspiring to be a professional athlete? All right. By the show of hands, who in this room is inspired to be a professional business person, doctor, lawyer, school teacher, or whatever? Okay, who in here is inspired to have their address to say 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? That's the White House. Who got goals to be the president? President can be a woman, it can be a man, it doesn't matter. But do you know where it all starts? It starts in the classroom. And if you don't start there, guess what? That gas tank up here is gonna run out of gas. And you're gonna be beside the road, and all those other cars that's got a full tank, gonna drive right past you. And you're stuck. I'm the first person in professional sports history to be a Pro Bowler and an all-star in baseball. Now, I tell you this, that's all good and dandy. When I was in college, I made a pact with my roommate. No matter how good we played on Saturday, we were gonna get up and go to class on Monday. And the thing that I did was, I led in 3 sports in college: football, baseball, and track. World-class sprinter. No one has ever run a faster 40-yard dash than me. 4.13. But you know something? And that's electronic. That's not real. Electronic. The thing that I'm saying is that January 13th, 1990, all of that came to an end because I dislocated my hip playing with the Raiders against Cincinnati. So all of my athletic, all of my football career was gone. I played baseball for a couple of years with the artificial hip. But the thing about it is that my career was cut short. And everybody said, oh man, I hate the fact that you got injured. But I look at it this way. I'm a firm believer that God puts speed bumps in everybody's road of life. And it's up to you to slow down, get over that speed bump, and move on down the road. And that's what I did. So, yes, I got injured, and so forth and so on, but it made me a better person. Because that day, I went from being somebody's employee to where I am an employer now. So it has made me to the point where I own sports complexes all over the Midwest. I own a bank. I'm broke as though, but I own a bank. I own a bank. I got corporations that want to pay me a ton of money to come and speak to their businesses about the same things that I'm speaking to you about. And it makes me feel good. Right after this game, I got to run back to the hotel, get my suitcase, get on a red eye to New York. I got to go shoot a commercial tomorrow morning. Tomorrow evening, when that commercial is over, I got to jump on another plane and fly to Miami to shoot another commercial with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. They called me. They called them. And the reason that I got all of these things put in front of me, because number one, I made it a point to fill this with knowledge. You make the right decisions and everything else will be perfect. And kids, last thing that I'm on, whatever you do in life, you never want to have your mother or your father to look at you and say, I'm disappointed in you. Understand? Don't ever have your mother or father to tell you that, I'm disappointed in you. Thank you. Let's enjoy the day. Y'all have a good day. God bless.